The woman is standing in front of the glass window, admiring the big eyes. Suddenly, she noticed a figure in the opposite window. The woman looks confused. She opened her eyes again and looked carefully. There was a man staring at her strangely. Just when the woman is still wondering, husband suddenly took action.
Sorry, I'm okay.
She thought he was too tired to see things. She didn't think too much and went back to bed to sleep. The next day, the woman gets up, sits on the sofa, turns on the TV, but unexpectedly saw terrible news. There was a fatality in the building across from her house. The victim was a young woman. This reminds a woman of the man who watched her from the window last night. She quickly informed the internet of the situation. Husband went over and looked, but there was nothing on the opposite side. He reassured the woman that it might be a coincidence. The woman was afraid that her husband would be too worried, so she said nothing more. But this matter has already cast a shadow in her heart. Women walking on the road always feel that someone is following them. She stopped and looked, but it was only a road. Was she too nervous? The woman runs into the cinema to relax. But before her butt warmed up, she sat down with a man. A woman's sixth sense tells her, this person is stalking herself. She was terrified. She turned her head, trembling, to see the man's face clearly. But she's afraid that the man will only see one shoe when he finds out. And then the man actually leaned forward towards her. Intense anxiety makes women feel on pins and needles. She got up immediately and ran out. She'd rather feel wrong than regret it. After leaving the cinema, the woman came to a supermarket. She was just about to buy some fruit. And there was a man looking this way. The woman thought he was a passerby and turned away. But she didn't go far and found the man following. Woman is cautious. Turning around, it was the shoes of the man in the cinema. It freaked her out. She was convinced that this man was stalking her. Without further ado, woman leave quickly. Who knew that she accidentally knocked down the glass bottle? The man hears the sound, it gets damp here. The woman immediately hid in the room next to her. She leaned against the window and took a peek. The man followed. When women don't know what to do, the waiter suddenly stopped her.
Is there a back door?
The staff told her there was a back door on the side. The woman hurried away towards the back door. Go home. The woman told her husband that she was being followed. Husband felt incredible after hearing it. He came to the supermarket overnight with a woman. The two asked the staff to retrieve the monitoring. When the woman was found hiding in the fire escape from the surveillance, the man is staring at her outside.
He's staring right at me.
Maybe, or
What?
he's staring at the
But her husband said he might be staring elsewhere. Women refused to let down their guard. She took out his phone and took a picture of the man. After going home, husband unit temporarily works overtime. She had to leave the woman alone at home. But during the day, she couldn't sleep alone. Women are scared. Call her husband and hope he can come home early. But what you get is to work overtime all night. After hanging up the phone, woman comes to window. She wanted to see if the man was really staring at her. Fortunately, she found the window opposite closed. Just when women are about to breathe a sigh of relief, suddenly someone knocked on the door. The middle of the night can scare women, because she just married into this town with her husband. Unfamiliar here. And today her husband worked overtime and has not come back yet. Women feel scared at home alone. But the knock on the door kept ringing. She had to bite the bullet and go check it out. The woman glanced through the cat's eye and opened the door. It turned out to be the landlord here. She told the woman that her cat was gone. Asked the woman if she has seen it. After learning that the woman doesn't know where the cat is, the landlord turned and left. The woman hurried back into the house. She slept on the couch by herself. So she opened the curtains to see this strange city. She really don't know. Pull the next one. She saw someone upstairs opposite her who seemed to be watching her. The woman instantly got goosebumps. But then she had a thought. Maybe that person was just looking at the stars. At this thought, the woman mustered the courage to slowly raise a hand. She wanted to see if the person across from her was staring at her. After lifting it for a while, the opposite side did not respond. The woman finally breathed a sigh of relief. She thought she was overthinking, but just as she was about to close the curtains to sleep, she saw a terrifying scene. At this time, her husband came back from get off work. The woman quickly tells her husband.
I saw the man in the window again. I waved at him. And he waved back.
The man immediately got up and went to check. But there is nothing on the opposite side. He also gave the opposite middle finger. See the opposite side without the slightest reaction. He thought it was an illusion caused by the woman being too tired to see clearly. But women believe they are not wrong. She decided to call the police immediately. After the police came, they asked the woman about the basic situation. It turns out that when a woman is shopping during the day, she finds a man following her. And the figure on the opposite window is very similar to the man during the day. Then she showed the police a photo of the man. After the police heard this, they took the woman's husband to the opposite side to find the man. And the woman sat at home out of fear and waited for news. It didn't take long for her husband to regret it. He just entered the house and his face was serious. The woman immediately realizes that the man living opposite her is the man who follows her. But her husband still thinks this might be a home. Since he lives opposite, of course it is possible to go shopping. Touching is not necessarily tracking. The woman is utterly disappointed with her husband after listening to it. She didn't expect that marrying a foreign country would not be able to exchange this snack. The two had a big fight. The next day, her husband got up and went to work normally with his backpack. And women who are alone at home can only use it in fear. Housing is the only way to give herself some sense of security. She is looking forward to her husband coming home early, in exchange for working overtime again. But when she was about to go back to the bedroom to sleep, suddenly someone covered her head with a quilt from behind. She struggled. But in the end, the strength is too urgent, just as she was about to suffocate from lack of oxygen. It was a nightmare. Frightened, she suddenly got up from the bed, just as she was about to go back to sleep. Suddenly she heard something next door. This scares a woman who just had a nightmare. She carefully climbed to the head of the bed and stuck it on the wall. There was a scream from next door. The woman realized that something might have happened to her neighbor. She hurried over and banged on the door. The landlord who heard the movement immediately came up to check. The woman told the landlord she heard someone screaming in the house. The door must be opened immediately. The landlord is worried that something will happen, so hurry up and open the door. But when they came in, there was no one in the house. Several people came to the bedroom to take a look. There is only one cat inside. They thought it was a cat's voice. They all left. But women know. The next morning, the woman hears a knock on the neighbor's door. She came out and saw that it was the neighbor's boyfriend, Alex. After knocking for a long time without response, Alex is ready to leave. But the woman suddenly stopped him.
Could you help me with something?
She asked Alex to take her to the building opposite. She wanted to see who was watching her in the window every day. The two just finished. Alex took a call and left. Only the woman is left standing in this gloomy corridor. She was torn for a long time, or decided to go and knock on the door in person. Woman walks to the door. Take courage to knock on the door. It didn't take long for someone to open the door. The woman looked up. It turned out to be a white-haired wife. She quickly said something wrong, then turned away, but she just got to the elevator. She was scared by the scene in front of her. She saw that the bad guy who followed her every day was coming up the corridor. The woman was so scared that she hurried into the elevator, and she went home. The woman sat by the bed, tired. She doesn't know how to convince her husband that she is being targeted by bad guys. Husband looks down on women. He thought she was bored at home. He took her to a company party. He wanted to use this to relieve a woman's depressed mood. But at the party, the husband tried to please the boss. He kept making fun of his wife. He even said that his wife was almost scared to death by a figure opposite her. The woman turned around and was about to leave. She no longer wants to waste her limited life on this man. And she went home. The woman starts packing. She decided to leave this dreadful apartment just as she was packing up. But suddenly she heard music playing next door. Is the neighbor back? The woman is curious and wants to check it out, because this neighbor is her only friend who came here. She knocked on the door, but no one answered. And the woman tries to move the handle. The door was open. She came in to take a look. Neighbors are not at all. When a woman is confused, suddenly being attacked from behind, and this is the man who has been following and watching her. And when a woman sees that face, the man suddenly stabbed the woman in the neck. Women think they are going to die. She tried as hard as she could to get out. But she didn't climb very far before she lost too much. She can't move. The bad guy is lying on the ground watching she quietly. It's like he's been waiting for this moment for a long time, and now the woman's husband is finally back. He didn't realize until he saw his wife packing half of her luggage. So he quickly called his wife. But he just got through. He heard the phone ringing next door. Husband, hurry out to check. He didn't expect to meet a bad guy who wanted to escape as soon as he came out. The husband suddenly realized something. He was just about to go. The bad guy gets shot in the back. It turns out that the woman is playing dead. She found her neighbor's pistol to avenge himself after he came out. The woman looks at her husband in the distance. Give him a look. Let her experience it for herself.